So I gotta give a huge shout out real fast to Anthony for posting this. This is actually an image that comes from Orny Tech AE. I'll leave both of them linked down below in the description. Both amazing sources of tech. But with that being said, this is the Honor Magic V3 versus the Z Fold 6. And it's funny because when you compare these two with how thin the Honor Magic V3 is, it almost looks like, to a certain degree, that the Z Fold 6 is an old cell phone. Like, if you just showed this to an average person out of context, no context added, I feel like they would think the Z Fold 6 is an older cell phone and the Honor Magic V3 is the new cell phone, which obviously is a newer cell phone. But they would think that this is brand new and this is old because it's just so freaking thin. I mean, it's now to a point where it looks like it's just two very thin cell phones put together. And obviously, yes, the gigantic camera bump for the gigantic camera definitely doesn't help when it comes to the thinness of the device. In the aspect of, you know, holding it in, like, between another device. But that aside, I mean, it is so paper thin. And I've said many times, you know, this is where the industry is going when it comes to foldable, flippable phones. It's going to get to a point where they're going to try to increase battery life as much as they can, try to make battery life as good as possible, while also making these devices as thin as humanly possible. And we're going to get to a point where these devices, I feel like, might get to a point where it's just like one side of this Honor Magic V3. I'm not saying anytime soon it's going to get that thin, but I feel like that's the overall goal. And I'll be interested to see what ends up happening because we already know that the Pixel Fold 2 or the Pixel 9 Pro Fold, that's already going to be thinner than the Z Fold 6. It's going to be heavier than the Z Fold 6, by the way, but it's going to be a lot thinner than the Z Fold 6. And it's just going to keep going down the line. And I'm going to guess the Z Fold 7 is going to be the first Z Fold device that really goes crazy on making it as thin as possible. Because the Z Fold 6 Slim, which is coming out later this year in Korea and China, according to rumors, isn't really that thin. It's just 5% less thick than the Z Fold 6, which not even close comparison to the Honor Magic. But it'll be interesting to see, you know, where this kind of industry goes when it comes to foldable, flippable phones. But bigger battery lives and thinner devices, that's probably what we're about to see. And yeah, this Honor Magic V3, absolutely gorgeous. Tell me down below your thoughts and opinions.